All I'm saying is, I like the idea of like a fat, like neckbeard furry who wants to be like a regular ass human.
What?
Like that's their sexual fantasy is they don't want to be a furry. They just want to be a regular like human person.
Okay.
And that's what they like jack off to.
So this is like an Elseworld where animal people like
where everyone is an animal person and there are
they shave themselves clean and wear like
there's a select few clutch of them who want to be hairless, monkey-eared humans. And they have like a documentary where it's like,
oh shit!
Where it's like, in all ways but physical, I am a man. They like fold their ears into like human ear shapes.
You're going on with this for a while. Appreciate what I'm looking at here so I can move on.
Joke?
Yes.
Nice.
That is the skeleton of Raz.
Cool.
Thank you. Alright, now you can start talking about your weird bald furries or whatever.
Yeah, so anyway. Just because have you seen that documentary about like the furry dudes?
I try not to acknowledge.
You try not to acknowledge the furry
like,
thing.
Not unlike juggalos. It's fine that they exist. I actually like it, but I don't care to get involved any further than that.
Right? Yeah.
Juggalos and furries, same league.
The same fucking thing. Whatever, dude. Anybody who's like weirdly obsessed with something you don't give a fuck about, especially. Oh, these guys look cool.
Oh, yeah. I gotta get him in the back.
Ah. I see.
I remembered from other times I've played this game.
So I started reading this book recently.
No, you didn't.
I'm gonna tell you about it as soon as I find out the title of it. Give me just a moment to look this up, because I want to be solid in my reference here. I'm gonna make sure that I get this right.
Okay.
Started reading this book, and this book is called...
This isn't your weird spaceman thing where you're fighting zombies or whatever in the space?
That's a different thing. This is a book by the name of...
Oh, I feel like you could have been better prepared for this, man.
It's fucking... Oh, man. Goddamn phone. I hate phones. I hate them and I love them. Mostly I love them, though, because how fucking awesome are phones?
Right?
Like... It's so much more useful than everything was several years ago.
Seriously?
It's called The Way of Kings.
Okay.
And it is a book series, and I started reading it because I wanted to try to get into like I was playing, I was in that kind of fantasy genre mood more than I even usually am, right? Which my standard level is pretty high there. But, it was higher than usual.
Okay.
So I wanted to actually read a fantasy book. I wanted to get that deep into this genre and be that, invested in it.
Okay.
So I picked this book because, it's got some pretty good ratings and all that crap. And I'm reading it, and I seriously doubt any of you guys have read it, but maybe someday someone watching this video will have read it.
You probably haven't heard of it.
Yeah, it's just super duper on the low. Now, it's a pretty popular book, apparently, but I'm about to say something that's going to offend people who are fans of it, probably, and I just wanted to start this out by saying I don't fucking care that I'm about to upset you.
You never do.
So, now that that's out of the way...
Yeah, just clearing the air there.
There's an aspect to the way that the world works in this fantasy world.
Okay.
And it involves these thing called spren. S-P-R-E-N. Now, these spren are basically like little fairy things. And they piss me off. As I'm reading this book, the author describes that there are these spren pretty much everywhere in the world. And there are spren for everything.
Okay.
There are there's wind spren for when there's wind. There's magic spren for when there's magics. There's fear spren for when people are scared. So anytime anything happens, anytime there's an emotion, anytime there's a thing, there's a fairy that appears that's associated with that thing or emotion. They're like if bugs were everywhere all the time.
Okay.
And they're ever present.
And why is that a problem?
Because they're fucking everywhere. There's this part where this guy, this is super early on in the book, so it's not even a spoiler. There's this part where this guy is super, he's in a cage and he's wounded. He's got blood dripping from his forehead. And he's got quote unquote blood spren on the wound.
Okay.
So it paints this picture of this guy sitting in a cage. He's uncomfortable and bleeding and all this crap. And also there are tiny little fairies just meandering on his forehead.
Well, where else would you have them?
Nowhere!
Oh.
Why are there fucking fairies? For blood, for wind, for everything. I can accept them just generally popping up every now and then, but they're ever fucking present. They're everywhere. They're like air. They're always fucking there.
All right. So, okay. Why are you reading the books then?
I quit.
Big portion of it
I quit
seems...
reading the book.
Oh, okay.
I got to chapter 3 and I was like, nah, dude. Blood spren, I'm out. I can't, because don't paint a picture for me and then put fucking bugs all over it. That's all I'm saying.
Well, yeah, that's true. You don't really care for bugs.
Just in general, it's annoying to imagine, like, there being these, like, things everywhere all the time, always. And they don't, they don't, for the most part, the characters don't really acknowledge it. They're just there to be there.
Ah, hell.
So it's like, they're pointless. They're just there. So that's why I quit reading that book.
Gotta fight a fucking armored one while I'm dealing with this piss?
I guess not. He seems like he's hanging out up there.
That's cool to me. There he goes.
Alright. Now it's a fucking party.
I don't want it to be a party. These guys are kind of a pain in the ass to kill.
Nice. I didn't know you could really knock those guys down. I thought you had to wait for them to do their stupid thing.
Nah, you can nail them. Cha! See you in hell.
Whoa! That guy thought it was his fucking day.
Yeah, he did.
He came running in there like he was gonna do the fucking end zone dance when he was done. Whoa!
They like to do that.
Yeah. I guess I did just notice they don't really have weapons.
Yeah,
Just
their
kinda-
whole strategy here is to, you know, swipe at me, I guess. I don't know. I don't understand how most zombies function. Or if these things are zombies or whatever.
Does this thing do like Enter the Gungeon, where when you clear the area, all the stuff flies to you?
No.
You gotta go pick it up.
Yeah, I gotta get near it at least, and then it'll suck in.
Did I tell you I bought that game, started playing a lot of it?
No.
I did.
Man, we should finish that on the show.
It's hard.
I know. But we did pretty well in two-player mode,
Did
man.
do pretty well. I have been practicing a fair deal. I also found that dog is in fact not as useless. A lot of the times, anytime he starts digging something up and you don't see it, it's because he already dug up some money and it already flew to you.
Ah.
Yeah, because like he starts digging after the animation happens.
So you're really sticking to the fucking hunter role, huh?
Yeah, I kind of got locked into it. I started playing a lot of it, and yeah, I can't. The other ones suck. The pilot's gun is too like inaccurate, and the marine. I started to really get used to having the dog to like tell me whenever treasure chests are like mimics or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I started to really rely on it.
Well, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, it's a good game. It's a fun game.
It's really good. But I do agree with you, though. You were saying it's a bit too repetitive. It kind of is, because they made it so hard that you really are doing kind of the same shit over and over and over again.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of times whenever, like, you can die, like, super early on and then immediately have to do the exact same shit again. And it doesn't... There's not enough procedurally generated stuff in the game to make it feel totally new every time.
Okay. Well, yeah, that's true. Like, it does feel like the same shit over and over.
Yeah. Yeah. But it is kind of a nice thing to do, like, while I'm rendering episodes or whatever. Just put it on, play it for, like, half an hour or whatever.
Yeah. I beat Ratchet and Clank twice.
Twice?
Yeah, speaking of platform games I've played multiple times.
Wow, nice.
These things are different.
Yeah, why are they red? That makes me uncomfortable.
I think it's just a red area, so they're, like, sticking to the theme.
Oh. Gross.
They're still bleeding black.
Good.
Anyway, I've been playing a lot of Ratchet and Clank instead of Enter the Gungeon. I've been meaning to switch gears back.
What are you playing now?
I'm not playing anything now.
Anything,
I've just been chain watching shit on Netflix.
Yeah.
Not doing much else.
Been watching your Fringe there.
I did start watching Fringe today.
I'm trying to debate whether or not I'd want to watch that on my own. That's probably the sort of thing where it's like I'll watch it while I'm here, but I don't really want to. I probably wouldn't watch it on my own. It's a bit too fucking like cheesy, I think. I don't know, dude. Okay, I've been spoiled like super fucking hard. Like my standards are so fucking high for TV shows and for movies now.
That doesn't make any sense. They're not any better than they ever have been.
No, they're way better.
Like the Netflix stuff is, kind of.
You got Breaking Bad, fucking Better Call Saul, Game of Thrones. Like there's like a handful of shows that are really, really good. And it's come to a point where I'm like, I'm holding everything to that standard. So things like fucking like CSI are just like garbage water.
Well, yeah.
Not just garbage water.
Like the juice of the garbage.
Yes, exactly. And I don't know. My standards are too high.
Well,
which is a problem.
That is a problem.
Should be fixed. I need to...
Because there aren't that many good shows.
Exactly.
There should be, but there aren't.
Exactly. Gotta tone it down.
So I get locked into interesting shows that have a gimmick, pretty much.
Really?
Yeah, like, that's why I was watching Supernatural for a while, was just because, like, it was interesting. The acting was shit, and the storyline wasn't even that great, and there was a lot of things that annoyed me about it, but I was watching it anyway because, like, hunting werewolves and vampires and shit is cool.
Yeah, there's some fun to be had there, I think.
Yeah, am I in a little maze?
Oh, God, his face!
I don't want to deal with a little maze. Whoa, whoa, whoa.